Welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan Noel and I love talking about all things health and wellness, self-care, entrepreneurship, and home decor. So if that's your type of vibe, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my videos. So today I'm going to be giving you tips on how to create the perfect vibe and aesthetic for your space. So if you just moved into a new space or you're preparing to redecorate the current space that you're in and you have no idea where to start, this video is going to be really helpful for you. So before I start decorating, the first thing that I do is I create a mood board on Pinterest. I love Pinterest. I literally use it every day. And it's just a great foundation for you to get the creative juices flowing. Don't overthink it. Just go on there and scroll and pin images that feel like the space that you want to create. The one thing that I want you to keep in mind when you're creating this mood board is think about how you want your space to feel. Not only how you want it to look, but how do you want it to feel? When my friends come over, they always tell me that they love my space because it makes them feel really warm and comfortable and cozy. And that makes me so happy because that's exactly how I want them to feel. And that's how I feel. That's why I never leave my house. So whether you want your space to feel warm and welcoming, or you want your space to feel bold, creative, inspiring, there are particular colors and elements that add to those feelings. Choosing a color palette is something that can be kind of tricky in the beginning. I literally create color palettes every day for my clients, for their website, so it comes naturally to me now, but only because I've been doing this for some years now. If you've never created a color palette, I recommend that you go on a website called coolers.co. They have a bunch of pre-made color palettes that you can choose from. You don't have to be married to any of these color palettes, but they're a great starting point for you as you figure out what colors feel good to you and what colors you would want to look at every day in your space. For me, I didn't necessarily have a color palette, but I'm a neutral girl, so I knew that when I was picking pieces of furniture, I wanted to have neutral pieces. Another reason why I love having neutral pieces is because I can decorate around them. I can add more vibrant pieces of artwork on my wall if I wanted to, and those colors won't clash with the neutral furniture that I have. So it just made everything a lot easier for me to decorate around. I personally love texture. I recommend adding textured pieces to your place because they add more personality and they just add depth to a space, and they make your space feel really warm if that's the direction that you want to go in. I was picking out furniture like this chair slash table footrest that I'm sitting on. It's a textured piece of furniture, and so it feels very warm and cozy, and I love it. I can't think of the name of the fabric, but I'm gonna put it in this video once I find it. I have a lot of textured vases and just different elements in my home. I just feel really good. Highly recommend adding texture if you don't have any pieces like that already. Don't be afraid to go to the thrift store. I actually got my TV stand from the thrift store and it was more than half of the original price. You can come across some gems in your local thrift store. I actually didn't really purchase anything online except for my bed and my mattress, surprisingly, but everything else I got from a local store. I'm always in Home Goods. 90% of my home is probably decorated from Home Goods. I have a problem, but that's okay. My mom and I love Home Goods. I like to touch and feel before I buy, so I'm not really an online shopper when it comes to decor. I like to be able to feel it, make sure that it's exactly what I'm looking for, which is a perfect segue into my next point. Take your time. It took me about 4 months to find my couch. I really wanted to make sure that I found pieces that I was absolutely in love with and not pieces that I just wanted to have just to fill up the space. Go into different stores, feel the fabric, sit on the furniture, and really just take your time piecing it all together. Play around with mixing different patterns and textures and colors. It's great to have Pinterest as a foundation, but you don't have to get exactly what you see on Pinterest. You can use it for inspiration as you get creative and mix different pieces together to create something that feels unique to you. So that's it for this video. I am making this a series, so stay tuned for part 2 on how to create the perfect vibe and aesthetic for your space. Let me know if you're currently decorating a brand new space or if you're inspired to redecorate the space that you currently have. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.